Hello everyone. In this presentation, we'll see about the representation of class. This presentation covers representation of class and modeling the vocabulary of a system. Class. A class is a description of a set of objects that share the same attributes, operations, relationships, and semantics. As shown in this figure, shape is the class name, origin is the attribute, move, resize and display, these are the operations. A class is represented by a rectangle symbol which is divided into three compartments. In the first compartment, we specify the name of the class. In the second compartment, we specify the attributes in that class. And in the third compartment, we specify the operations in the class. Every class must have a name that distinguishes it from other classes. That name alone is known as a simple name. A path name is a class name prefixed by the name of the package in which the class is available. Here in the figure, temperature sensor, customer and wall, these are the simple names, whereas the classes fraud agent and rectangle are shown by using their path names. That is, now the class fraud agent is available in the package business rules. Similarly, rectangle class is available in the package AWT, which is available in the package Java. An attribute is a named property of a class that describes a range of values that instances may hold. Graphically, attributes are listed in a compartment just below the class name. As shown in the figure, name, address, phone and birth date, these are the attributes available in the customer class. You can further specify an attribute by stating its class or type and its default initial value. This is also shown in the figure, that is height, width and thickness. These are the three attributes available in the wall class which are of type float. Similarly, is load bearing is an attribute available in the wall class which is of type boolean and its initial value is false. An operation is the implementation of a sequence that can be requested from any object of the class to affect the behavior. Graphically, operations are listed in a compartment below the class attributes as shown in this figure. Here, add, grow, move is empty. These are the operations available in the rectangle class. Operations can also be specified by stating its signature. Here, reset, set alarm and value, these are the operations available in the temperature sensor class. Reset is the operation without any arguments, whereas set alarm is the operation with one argument, that is t, and the value operation returns the value of type temperature. To organize long lists of attributes and operations, you can prefix each group with a descriptive category using stereotypes. As shown in the figure, fraud agent is the class with four types of operations, and these operations are stereotyped as constructor, process, query and helper. A responsibility is a contract or an obligation of a class. A class may have number of responsibilities. Graphically, responsibilities can be drawn in a separate compartment at the bottom of the class icon as shown in this figure. That is, the fraud agent class has two responsibilities. First one, determine the risk of a customer order, and the second one, handle customer specific criteria for fraud. Now we'll see about how to model the vocabulary of a system. The first step is that identify those things that users or implementers use to describe the problem or solution. Second step, for each abstraction, identify a set of responsibilities. Make sure that each class is well defined and that there is a good balance of responsibilities among all your classes. The third step, provide the attributes and operations that are needed to carry out these responsibilities for each class. The figure on the next slide shows a set of classes drawn from a retail system including customer, order and product. This figure includes a few other related abstractions drawn from the vocabulary of the problem, such as shipment, that is used to track the orders, invoice, used to bill the orders, and warehouse, where products are available for the shipment. There is also one solution related abstraction, transaction, which applies to orders and shipments. That's the end of this presentation. Thank you.